All right, guys, welcome back. Yesterday, I took some time to get the shed cleaned up, cleaned out, swept out, organized, just trying to get things ready here for the end of the year. I've had a problem here with the... I just started this thing yesterday, the 395, raised the bucket, and a hose blows out. Okay, well, these hoses are like new. I don't know why. Just because I wanted to move it, it decided to blow out. Luckily, it's only a short one. It only goes from there, loops down and goes there. So, short hose, you see the duct tape on it. I just put duct tape on. It wasn't going to hold it, but just to move it. I didn't want to make a mess on the floor, so I just tried to slow the leak. The loader was coming down just as I was trying to move it. So, we got to take that off and fix it. Again, my thoughts on owning equipment. There's always something. At least it wasn't major. And I did make a mess. So anyway, have to winterize the sprayer. I might do that today. I don't know what I don't know what to say about fall spraying yet. I don't know what to say about fall work, but let me get into that part of this video. Okay, so I went back and looked through my videos from 2017 and 2018, and man, oh man, are the crops ahead of what they were this time, those 2 years at least. I cannot believe how mature the crop is this year because of the drought and all the sunny, hot days. The corn was still green this time of year in 2017, and it was a lot greener in 2018. So the soybeans were also the biggest surprise. The soybeans had not lost any leaves. I was up yesterday to look at the soybeans. There are no leaves on any of those soybean plants. They are fall harvest colored. What a difference in the timing here. So fall's gonna be, the harvest is gonna be early, I think, this year, but I don't think I'm gonna have any dockage issues with moisture this year. I think the corn's gonna be under 16% moisture or less, honestly, just from what I've been seeing. I did pick a cob. Let me find it. All right, so this is from up on top, up on the hill, 16 around as far as the rows, and you can see the definite drought signs and pollination damage here. They just aren't nice, uniform, like there's a fairly straight row of corn, but you guys get what I'm saying. It was dried out. It did make pretty big kernels here. Now there are some small ones, but yeah, it's not I'm not expecting miracles out of the corn crop this year, but considering the year it's been, I'm just glad it's there. So a lot of guys fared out worse than I did. Okay, so given my weed problem that's a recurring theme in the soybeans, I was going to probably spray this fall for all the soybean fields for the crop year of 2021. I was going to put a quart or maybe a little over a quart of 2,4-D to the acre for this fall because I think the weather is going to be a little bit more favorable. The crops are going to be off earlier. That's what I'm trying to say. Harvest will be early. I'll have more time in the fall. Last year I was trying to spread rye seed, and what a nightmare. Cold around November. And it just didn't have enough time, so cover crops are an option. Now, I don't know if we had a frost yet, but we've come awful close. I know my neighbor said he had 34 the other morning. Last night was pretty cold, so we didn't usually have a frost in previous years until October, so we'll have to see. So anyway, I'd like to get some antifreeze in the sprayer, I think, either way. I don't know how many weeks yet it'll be till harvest. All right, so with the less hay acres, that means the machines are getting used less and less here. I did not service the equipment this year. I was going on last year's oil change and filters, which I didn't put enough hours on last year to justify it on some of the stuff. The 685 got serviced. This does get more hours than most tractors. But anyway, I think this year we don't want to go 2 years without a service just on account of moisture and stuff like that. I want to service the 986 maybe this fall. We'll do that probably before it turns really cold. So I got to order filters. I think I have a hydraulic filter and fuel filters. I do not have the oil filters, and I have to look into... Hopefully there's a number on the air filter on this. Being that this was turbocharged, the air intake and manifold was changed. There's the stock 986 manifold, and there is the stock 986 air box. So that would take a 986 part number air filter. I don't know what's in this. I don't know if this is from a 1086 would fit. I want to pull a filter out and try to figure out if I can't match up a number, but we want to check that out. I didn't change the air filter since I got it in spring of 2017. I want to service the loader. This has been left go too long also. I do have to fix, well, I got to take that hydraulic hose off. And there's something else was bothering me with this. I forget what it was. Oh yeah, I still didn't do anything with that joystick. You guys will remember I had problems with that when I was loading manure. So that's another thing to get looked into here before winter comes and we have to start plowing snow. Every year I put the tire chains on this thing. Last year I did not need the, I didn't plow it all last year, I don't think. We didn't get any snow last year hardly. And I might just let the chains off until I find it's a necessity. Takes 15-20 minutes to put them on. So if we do get a storm this winter, I can put them on, but we're not thinking about snow yet. So my Dodge pickup truck, I've been back and forth on what I want to do with this thing. You'll take note right here. It's out of inspection. So I can't really go anywhere with it. You guys that are from freer states than Pennsylvania, it's the annual windshield sticker. You have to get your vehicle inspected every year, all that kind of nonsense. But the thing of it is, I was going to license this thing as a farm vehicle for cheaper registration, for one, cheaper insurance. Then you don't have to get it inspected in Pennsylvania. That's the farm vehicle. Now, you have restrictions on that. You can go 25 miles. A 25-mile radius, I think, around your farm, and it's daylight only driving, and it has to be farm business, which you throw a hay bale in the back, you're always on farm business. But the trouble is, my local garage said they didn't want to inspect it. So you see, there's rules about rust and that kind of stuff. I told him, can I just tape the rust, put like painter's tape over it, and then he can inspect it, and then if I pull the tape off, it's my doing. What can I do to pass it? Because I paid the registration on it. I did not do the farm sticker deal. And he had suggested fender flares. You put fender flares on and he can't visually see the rust. Well, I don't want to buy fender flares. That is the reason this is here. This is where the flares were rubbing. Somebody had fender flares on, and that's really getting bad there. And that's why they fill up with salt, and then they sit with salt, and then it gets moisture there, and then it rusts. Well, that was the biggest reason, and he said there's a lot of rust on the underbody. I didn't think anything was serious. The frame is not rusted anywhere that I was able to see. The joints and links, all that's solid. It's just the body, and I don't even think the doors are that bad. These Dodges, there's always... Oop, right there, yep. Little bit. It's not as bad as some for being a 2002. So anyway, I have to see what I have to do to get this thing to pass. Whatever he wants me to do, like I said, if he won't do it, I can maybe just bring it to another garage who hasn't looked at it. I don't know. It's a game you have to play here. But if it is a farm truck, so be it. But then you're really limited on when you can drive it and what you can do with it. So I did have thoughts of selling it. Again, a lot of things on my mind this time of year, but it is what it is for now. It's just sitting in the shed, and legally I can't drive it anywhere. Okay, what else was on my mind? This is kind of just unloading everything on you guys, how I'm thinking here and what I have planned. There's another tractor coming. Don't get too excited. I won't say much about it. It's not much of anything, and it's not even really mine. It's gonna be the wife's. It's a family deal. It's a sentimental tractor, I'll call it. You guys probably know what I mean by sentimental tractor, if it belonged to a family member or something. The Farmall Super C, that has never been on the list of an item to sell, because this was Granddad's and my great-grandmother's, and it's staying. It's just one of them things. If it's families, you keep it. And it's the sentimental thing. Even though I don't use it, it was the same deal with the 560, but the 560 didn't have any sentimental attachment to it, really. I have pictures of my granddad when he was my age on this thing, and even younger than me. So that's staying, and like I say, there'll be another one. I won't say much about it till it happens. I don't know if it's gonna be here or not, but there'll be another tractor here eventually, I'm sure. All right, so I didn't say much about this yet here on YouTube, and I'm still kind of, the hay for next year is looking kind of iffy. The possibility of making hay, I'll word it that way. I'm having more scheduling changes with my job, and I am going to be expected to work more hours now, and that is kind of what it is, I guess. I don't know. That's on the fence too with everything going on there. But anyway, hay is going to be totally out of the question for next year. It's just not going to happen. I have about 3 more acres of hay fields that can have corn planted in it. That puts me down to almost no hay acres. So the amount of time and effort it's going to take to make a little amount of hay, I think we're going to be cutting that out. It's just like, if I didn't have to work as much as I do, I would probably keep going with the hay, but it's just not going to happen. It just time. Trust me when I say I just do not have the available time to do what I have to do with the hay. So